How far would you go to make the impossible real? Imagine having a dream so grand that everyone tells you it's impossible. Now picture losing everything, your health, your strength, and still refusing to give up. This is the story of John and Washington Roebling and the Brooklyn Bridge they built against all odds. Let's dive into one of the most inspiring tales of persistence and what we can all learn about grit, dreams, and the courage to defy the critics. This is the Moral Minds. In the late 1800s, visionary engineer John Roebling looked at the East River and thought, what if we built a bridge from New York to Long Island? But as soon as he shared this idea, people thought he'd lost his mind. Experts were quick to declare, a bridge that long? It'll collapse before it even gets off the ground. But John wasn't about to back down. He believed it could be done and just needed someone who believed in him. Enter his son, Washington Roebling, an up-and-coming engineer who, like his father, loved a good challenge. Together, they mapped out every inch of the bridge, step by step, obstacle by obstacle. And against all odds, construction began. It looked like the dream was coming to life. But just months into the project, tragedy struck. A horrific accident crushed John's toes so badly that they had to be amputated. He never recovered from the injury and died shortly afterward from tetanus. It was an unimaginable blow, one that could have ended the dream before it even began. Washington was devastated. His father, his hero, was gone, and now the future of the bridge looked uncertain. But Washington had inherited not only his father's vision, but also his resilience. And he wasn't about to let go of their dream so easily. Yet, as if fate had more challenges lined up, Washington fell severely ill and was left paralyzed. He could barely move. And the critics? They were waiting for this moment. We told them so, they sneered. Crazy men with their crazy dreams, this project was doomed from the start. Construction was halted, and calls to give up grew louder. But as Washington lay paralyzed and isolated, he faced a choice. Should he surrender, or should he fight? One day, lying in his bed, Washington realized he had two things left: the ability to move one finger, and the unwavering support of his wife, Emily Warren Roebling. Emily wasn't just his partner, she was his lifeline. Determined to see their shared dream realized, she did something almost unheard of at that time. She learned everything she could about engineering. Emily became Washington's voice. Through painstaking effort, Washington tapped out instructions on her arm, letter by letter, and she carried each message to the crew, translating his commands as if they were her own. Her devotion turned what seemed impossible into something achievable. With every step forward, the Brooklyn Bridge project came alive again. For 13 years, Washington and Emily worked together, finger tap by finger tap, overcoming every obstacle and silencing every critic. The world may have seen Washington as a man struck down by fate, but Emily saw him as someone who couldn't be stopped. With her strength, dedication, and faith in their dream, the Brooklyn Bridge rose, defying every setback and proving every skeptic wrong. When you see the Brooklyn Bridge today, remember that it stands as a testament to unshakable determination, the power of belief, and the impact of those who stand by us through every challenge. John and Washington Roebling had a vision, but it was Emily's loyalty and devotion that made it possible. The dream may seem out of reach, but with hope, grit, and the support of those who believe in us, even the impossible can become real.